Yeah guys, how you doing? Back with another video today. Today's going to be a little bit different. It's an uncut version of the podcast that I was on with George. All credit goes to him. It were his idea and everything, so all credit to him. His link for his channel is going to be down in the description, so you can go check out the full thing. Mine was just bits and bobs of it, how we set it up and all that, so kind of behind the scenes type of thing. We've been smashing it lately. Getting 10-15 most likes. Also on 143 subscribers. We're also on my target almost for end of year. I want to try and get 150. So please share. It will literally mean the absolute freaking world to me. So give it a thumbs up. Subscribe to the channel. Let's try and get 10, maybe 15. And right, let's just get straight into it. Watching the man work his magic.
Trying to fucking see where cameras.
Rocking the old Team George tracksuit as well.
Fuck, I'm sweating like a bitch, but I don't even feel like I'm sweating.
I'll open up the window as well.
I did something like quick sit down.
Trying to set it up.
Do you reckon that's alright?
I reckon so.
I mean, it must be, eh? What the fuck's gonna go wrong like that?
Let's have a look. See what the camera shows. Yeah, I reckon we've done it.
Fuck it, we'll use it anyway.
That's us trying to set up
So,
the podcast.
can someone. Well, I mean, it's only me and you anyway.
Can someone. What about the Buddha?
The crew behind the fucking camera.
Yeah.
What was I going to say? Yeah, so when around like 15-20 minutes, we need to like stop and start because sometimes my camera's a bitch. Basically.
That's fine then.
Oh, I didn't even know you were. I genuinely had no idea.
Gotta stitch you up. Yeah, man. Oh my god, look at my black eye. It's not in black now, it's like yellow.
It's going to look yellow on camera as well.
We roll.
Fresh trim as well.
Yeah? Both got, well, mine's fresh from...
Before your fight.
Yeah, about a week and a half ago.
The thing with me is that I'm going away to Portugal, mate, in like 2 weeks.
Oh, you're lucky.
For a week, getting that sunshine. People are like...
Oh, it's gonna be beautiful weather.
Mate, honestly, I'm going to embrace it. It won't be like the warmest because it's like...
Still be a lot warmer. You'll probably...
I'll get sunshine at least.
It'd be like, yeah, exactly. It'd be like...
And I'll stay dark.
low 20s,
Yeah.
if anything.
Yeah.
Still
Alright.
be pretty decent.
If you didn't know by now, we're actually filming a podcast. What's going on, guys? Welcome back to another podcast. I don't even know what episode this is of the podcast because it's been...
It's like 3-4 you've done.
I think this might be the 5th.
Is it?
So if it is, then it's going to be like, oh, whatever the title is. We need to think of a good title after. Then number 5, and I feel really good. It's sick to be back in the podcast game. Obviously, the production isn't as this top notch as like Brian, the True Geordie, and all them geezers. But nah, it's good. So obviously, I do, mate. I do. I'm with Casey at the moment. How long have we been planning this for? Like,
I think you and Harvey did your last one together, and then we had that Costa date. When we were saying I think I was on like 80 odd subscribers, and then when we were saying about like, oh, when I hit 250, blah 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 and all that. I think that's around the time that we were like, hey, we need to do a podcast and get loads of stuff together. But then recently, so much has happened.
I mean, we'll get onto that in a minute regarding like boxing and all that. Yeah, because like people think they're like, oh, you must have known each other for a while, but realistically, that was the first time we
properly met up.
Spoke in person. Yeah, you had a bit of free time, went with the missus, eh?
Yeah, exactly.
And then yeah, so
she was getting her nails done.
And then she joined us after, right?
Yeah.
She'll be watching as well.
Yeah, I know.
By the way, yeah, if you're watching now, obviously, hopefully you haven't turned off yet. Can you all please like the video, subscribe if you haven't, and head over to Casey's stuff. It'll be linked down below in the description, and obviously the end card as well. But if you can't be asked to wait that long, and you just can't be asked to watch us at the moment, then just go and click the link and check out everything. Alright, the plug's done. The plug is done. Also, someone else I haven't talked about since I filmed my last one. Actually, I'll ask you a question first. Are you watching any like series on Netflix, YouTube, anything like that?
We're not watching Netflix. On Netflix, we're watching Riverdale. But the most recent one is The Purge on Amazon Prime.
Alright.
And that is a massive yes, you've got to watch.
It's like a banging I haven't even...
It's actually crazy.
I don't have a
really
Netflix account.
Oh.
I don't even have one.
You need someone to Netflix and chill with. Dropped it.
DMs are being absurd, man. Like, come on.
Put your application forms in, girls.
if I ask you a snap, I'm moving mad. I'm moving mad right now.
My cup of tea in my smiler mug. Oh God.
What time are you meant to go?
I've got to be down there at 6:30, but it doesn't matter if I'm a bit late because obviously it's like around the corner, down at a track. So
Yeah.
But yeah. What's the?
Let's talk about guests, like guests on podcasts, guests on your channel. Like, who would you want, like, alive now or in the past? If you could have one guest on your show, who would it be?
One
like
guest,
even just like in a vlog on your like channel, like.
Jeez. Like just anyone who's like obviously died and whatnot.
Yeah, like anybody, like could be alive this day, like now. It could like
I
200,
actually
300
think
years
I
ago.
would probably want to have Muhammad Ali. He's literally been like my childhood hero. Well, I've got a massive poster in my room as soon as you walk in of him.
Yeah.
And like above my stairs as you walk up, but it's just what he done for the black culture back then.
Yeah.
How he stood up to everyone and threw his gold medal in the river.
I mean, like people see that picture of him standing over. I can't remember who
I
it
think
was.
it was Sony Liston. I was saying that's the
People
photo
can
I've actually got in my room.
Oh, okay, is it?
Yeah.
I haven't seen that. I haven't quite got into your room yet.
Yeah. The relationship's not that far, guys.
Not
okay?
quite there yet. Not quite. We're like this. Yeah. I don't know, hard one, man. I like obviously going through these times like with like these thoughts and that like XXXTentacion was these. I've been listening to his music like non-stop for the past 2-3 years, but I like his album music. You know, like artists have got the album music that not many people know about. It is deep, man. Like this kid was like so depressed, but he was making like this music that's relatable. And I want to know, like, obviously he's dead now, and it's like I can't even think about it. But to have him chatting to you, I think it would like change my view on things.
Oh,
and
for
like
sure.
open my
100%.
mind. I think I'm an open-minded person, but like even more open-minded.
100%. Like another one that people don't really look into much is Chester Bennington from Linkin Park.
Yeah.
Like if you sit down and listen to like all their like really old songs from I can't think which one it is. Their very first album they done.
I can't be too much.
I
I like the guy, but I wouldn't listen to like all
yeah,
their music.
I think it's like Theory Uncut or something like that. But if you listen to like all the lyrics, he's already like crying out for help, saying that like showing that like he's depressed and all that. But then people are always like, oh, you've got money, you've got family, blah blah blah. But it's like all you got to do is put a smile on your face, and people think you're right.
It's like, come on, man, like.
It doesn't matter how much money you've got, like people still have their own demons.
I watched a video back like after it happened of like him and his family like a few days before.
Literally, yeah, with the jelly babies.
Yeah, I think it was that kind of thing, and he was like just
laughing and crying.
I hate it when people like look into his eyes. You can see the demons. It's like you wouldn't have said that at the time.
Yeah.
Like it's only because you go into it after that you're going to be like this and like investigate. Oh my god, mate! I can't go too much into this because obviously it's quite a sensitive topic. Scrolling through Twitter, find this Madeleine McCann thread.
Oh jeez.
I spent about half an hour reading all the way through it. It's
Are you one of these that looks in hard to like conspiracy theories?
It's a mad thing, mate. I was just going through it like, what is this?
on them. Just crazy.
It's like, this is just blowing my mind right now. I was just looking at it, and it was like all these possible things. Like, oh, this man walking on the beach. I don't even want to get into it because, quite frankly, it was 2007. That also blew my mind. I was like, how the hell was that 2007?
It's like 11 odd. No, it's long. Yeah.
I was 7, and I remember being that being on the news.
Jesus,
I was that young.
That's madness.
I remember everything, and it still freaks me out. Like, I obviously haven't thought about it, but the fact that within Portugal, I love how I read everything about it. I don't even know where.
Where did it happen?
No, it was Portugal. I'm pretty sure. If I'm wrong, then that is.
I think it is, or somewhere around there.
It's weird because people still go there, and apparently there's like graffiti everywhere about her, which is creepy. Apparently it's a nice place, but like people were saying it's like the Madeleine McCann circus. Oh, it freaks me out, man. I'm not going there. I'm going to Portugal soon, but I'm not going there. Ban that.
Stuff that off. That's off the list.
Oh.
Like I would get into topics like that, but when I go in, like I'm there like hours worth of research.
We could do a conspiracy theory podcast one day.
We could do, but we'd probably be here for a bloody long time.
We literally would be, but I don't know. Where's my phone? Not there we go. It's working now. Alrighty. So yeah, I don't know how did we get onto Madeleine McCann. Her parents.
We were going on
crazy,
about
mate.
demons and all. Well, not so much demons, but
Okay, I reckon we talk about a bit of mental health because people obviously hopefully would have watched my other one. If you haven't, go back and watch it.
for sure.
I even had like, because on Facebook you can like share it, and I shared it under my public Facebook, kind of on purpose, but like some of my family members would like sending messages being like, oh, I hope you're right and that. But it's bare crazy, and it's just mad weird that the people that I thought would like, I wasn't expecting anything, I just wanted to help people and open a discussion. I didn't want any sympathy. I don't have a mental illness. I might be in like a bad time right now. Yeah. But I'm definitely not saying.
It's the fact that you've got yourself to a level where you can speak out.
And
you haven't got to a level before something serious does that. Yeah.
And like, I spoke to my family 2 days before that. Because I'm an open person, but sometimes I do hide like things.
Oh, everyone hides certain like emotions and things that go on through their head, but it's finding the right time to bring them out, and obviously not everyone gets the right time.
It's such like it shouldn't be a sensitive and touchy subject, but people make it out to be this like big stigma. It's
today's society.
Like, just allow it, you know, like allow these people. The one that I will say the one thing, I think I said this before, when people are like, oh, I'm depressed after having a bad day. Shut up. Like, shut up.
Just shut up. Like, because people who generally struggle with depression, like, are probably sat there, like, so down, and you're there like, oh, I'm depressed, like, my boss said I was a muppet at work today, like, oh my god.
And that makes it a normality, eh?
Yeah.
Like, the word depressed. And then when somebody, like, goes into detail about how they're feeling, I'm like, you're not depressed.
The worst thing nowadays is, if a young teenager is upset and they go to the doctors, 90% of the time nowadays, they just label them.
There's no point in doing it.
Just because it's easier for them.
Just talk to, like, other... Like, obviously go to the doctors, like, do that, but go to some, like, doctor you trust, like... Because a lot of people don't have, like, a doctor, they just go to the doctor, like, if they're ill. But if you've got, like... I think it's hard in Guernsey because... Although people are probably trained, it's not the best. That's why when I did the charity event, I wanted it to be young minds. So it's like across the UK.
Yeah, exactly.
It makes the whole thing like even a grand goes towards their scheme and their like project. But if I gave the money over here, I wouldn't trust it.
Yeah, you wouldn't know where to go.
I wanted to like make Guernsey better, and people were like, "Oh, choose a Guernsey charity." I spoke to like obviously no names mentioned. I spoke to so many like. It's mad how many young girls were like, I've like suffered badly, and they were like, oh, like the help I've received was like bare minimum. Like it was just awful, peak.
Not the best, that's for sure. Like, well, obviously with you doing the Young Minds, like they actually sent you like a personal thank you message, and with the amount on that you raised and everything, which I think obviously is going that extra mile for them to be like, look, thank you, you didn't have to kind of thing.
And I had like, updates throughout. They were like, oh, thank you.
Yeah, exactly. Like, so
even their Instagram page, I spoke to like the admin behind it and that, and it was just so much more better. But yeah, I still get a bit of like people come up to me like, oh, like they're trying to make me choose a charity that they want. And like, I can't make everybody happy.
No, that's the thing nowadays. You can have an opinion, and obviously you're gonna get people who are gonna turn around. Oh, I don't agree with you. Blah blah. It's like, yeah, cool, but that's my opinion. I can't keep everybody happy because if you've done that, that's also another thing. Like with mental health, people try to make other people happy before they do their self. Like everyone puts their other people's happiness before their own. It's like. It's not selfish, but you've got to think of yourself first.
Yeah, take care of yourself first.
Yeah, like 100%.
Treat yourself like a temple, like they always say, and just like you need like this is the first person you should think of if you're like, oh like, who needs help? You, like you genuinely do need to like keep tabs of yourself, which sounds so weird, but you do. You need to like almost like not look in the mirror, but
give yourself a bit of a check and am I okay? Is there anything I need to speak up on, kind of thing.
I personally am kind of lucky because people around me, there's not many people that are affected. I don't know about you, but...
Yeah. Well, saying that, I went to the doctor's a couple of years ago. It was literally because I couldn't sleep properly. Like, it hit like 4 o'clock, and then I'd be like knocked out, and then like because I used to start work at 6 o'clock. It was like 2 hours sleep for a 12-hour shift. Like, it's not good. So I practically got, I think it's sleep insomnia or something like that.
I've heard about that.
So I basically went to the doctors. I was like, look, can you give me something to help me sleep? And they're like, oh, we need to do these tests. We need to see how your thoughts are. And they're like, oh, are you depressed? Blah, blah, blah. Like, at the end, they labelled me as if I were. And I literally turned around and I was like, F you. I know I'm not depressed. I'm just extremely tired. Like, don't try to label me that because it's easier. And then he was just so shocked. And I was like, yeah, sorry. But I'm telling you straight, I know I'm not depressed. I'm just severely tired. I just need like a good night's sleep and I'll be sound.
Yeah, like I struggle with that.
My head couldn't switch off because I was so, always wired constantly.
It's weird because some days I work better, like if that's anything I'm doing at night. But some days I like go to bed, try and do something, and just like feel so knackered. It's really weird, like how that works.
Like literally, the last couple of days, I've been doing so much activity. I've literally got to bed and just been like absolutely out
with it.
But then there'll be other days I'll do loads of activity, get in bed, and my brain's just like, yeah, let's party. And I'm like, no, just let me sleep.
I'm gonna sleep well tonight, mate. I had a meeting at the bank this morning about setting up and like changing my like bank account. The other day, 2.5 hours nearly. Today, 45 minutes, an hour.
I wouldn't even want to have a bloody meeting with the bank. They'd be like, yeah, so basically you're in your overdraft like every month. Yeah, I know, cheers for telling me that. And yeah, it would just take forever.
I'm just getting into the world of that, mate. I was a little bit excited seeing like the money that does go in.
Yeah, but it goes up even quicker.
And there's like 10 passwords now to think of. I was like, this is not on my like level at the moment. I don't know what I'm doing with my life.
Yeah, you need your pins, you need your bloody
like
2-step codes, your questions,
God.
and
then set up. She had to help me set up this, which was a nice lady though. I think her name was Hayley.
Was it your online banking?
Yeah. And then she was saying you get 0.55% interest and stuff. Just stuff like that. So I can't go too far.
Basically, it's like 5%, 5p like every, yeah.
So today I did that. Yeah, went home for some lunch. My uncle was like, "Do you want to play football tonight?" I'm like, "Nah, I can't. Doing this." I normally play on this day.
Was that Robbie?
Nah, it's like because he's my cousin's. I got mad family, mate.
Yeah,
like,
it
it's
sounds
weird because like my English side of the family is a lot more like there's a lot more of them than my non-British side.
Right.
So it's like I'll talk about this in a different podcast about like realizing who my other family were because I grew up not knowing my identity whatsoever, like growing up with these.
Well, like not knowing like nationality wise.
Yeah. So like I didn't know any of my other side of the family, apart from my British side. So I'm growing up and these people are like calling me these things like they were being like brown.
Yeah.
Not brown, but people said I was brown, and just then on I was like,
your head a bit.
why are these like pure white people? Like I'm obviously half British, whatever you make of it. I don't even like talking about it to be honest. People always pull me up on things.
Yeah.
And then so when I was like maybe 10.
Really?
Met my dad. I've never spoken about this. This is crazy. And then he got to know that side of the family, but don't even know like 50%, maybe even 70% of the rest.
I don't think I've met like 100% of my family. Like I never met my dad's side due to my dad, like not knowing his mum from being in a children's home and all that. I don't think he ever met his dad, so I never met that side of the family. I met all my mums, but then like I'll find out like literally like I met my dad's brother for the first time at my dad's brother's funeral. And I was like, you're like 70 and it's like the first time I've ever met you.
Family's a weird thing.
It's a weird subject.
So like, imagine obviously like sadly people's like grandparents pass away. But I met my non-British grandma, can't speak to her. Like I just don't know the language, you know what I mean?
Oh yeah, I get what you mean.
So like she's come over for weddings, I've been over there.
So you want to speak to me, it's just kind of like... Because that's what you can do.
Like, cool. So we're going to carry on with the questions. We didn't get like... We got quite a lot about boxing. I feel like we've covered quite a lot of that. Yeah. But there's a few questions that I'd like left over from ages ago and stuff like that. Did you get many other... Like, can you think of any that you had?
I got one off my mate that was obviously a piss take, and then I got another one off a mate, so yeah.
Just say it.
Oh, what is it? Something like what category of porn do you watch? Of being I've got a missus, I don't need to resort to porn.
You don't need, but
But it's there. It's there for those tricky days.
Sorry to.
Yeah.
Now, like.
I don't know. Midget porn. No, joking.
It's a bit sketchy, isn't it? Like, I don't. It's just too watching. Like, I'm not open about things, but man doesn't want to say things in case like.
It has a backlash in a long way down the road.
I think I can't remember, I think it was JJ at KSI, he said he came out with something like, but he was really honest, but I can't remember what category it was bizarre, it was the weirdest stuff I've ever seen in my life. I didn't watch it.
I actually swear I remember that, I swear he said like incest or something. I don't want to like say it just because it's him, but I generally think that's what it were. But yeah, I'm going to skip that one. Skip that question.
We'll answer it one day.
One day in the future.
Maybe next year.
Yeah.
2 years. I don't know.
Maybe
tomorrow. I don't know. A lot of the questions that I got, I'm sure Tiana won't mind you answering these about like girls and that. What's your like ideal type? Like I'm sure it might. Like you can even just describe her, but like it doesn't even matter really because like you're with her. Do you know what I mean? Like.
Well, yeah, it's kind of got to be her. Otherwise, we wouldn't be together and all that. So.
Classic white Fiat 500. I'm sorry. Yeah. I'm sorry, Tiana.
But the thing I can back her up on that is she's not one of these where mummy and daddy are
no, honestly,
which is good.
Like obviously, I actually think
I don't even want to say her hair colour and get it wrong because if I get it wrong, I'm just gonna die.
I was gonna think and like say what haircut it was. I'm gonna do
it's like brown, but isn't it known as brunette? Yeah,
something like that. Something like that.
Yeah.
No. Like I'm gonna admit, mate. Yeah.
What's yours?
No. First, let me say something. A lot of my mates, I don't necessarily think their girlfriend is best for them. But in your circumstance, mate, like you've got yourself a keeper. Like, come on, Mudgy, let's go.
Happy days.
Yeah.
As long as she does everything with ing on the end, then yeah, got to put ring on it.
Yeah.
Cooking, cleaning.
Just take your time. We don't need to rush these things.
Yeah, exactly.
Alright, you don't need to wife her up too soon.
Roni, well, not even at 2 year mark yet, so sorry, you're gonna have to wait till
15. I'm joking. Yeah, no, mate. Oh, mate, I never had a type like growing up. Obviously, I'm only. How old are you now?
22. Oh, I'm an old geezer.
I thought you were 21 for some reason. When was your birthday?
June 22nd. Oh my god, I had to think then. Yeah, June 22nd.
So, did I know you then or not?
We've known each other like for absolute years because I used to play at Rangers and so have you. But like recently, YouTube's brought us closer, speaking more and everything like that. But yeah.
I know like it's unusual that I become friends with somebody that like messages me about YouTube, but I just knew that you were different. Like, do you know what I mean? Like there's these kids that like, oh, I'm gonna start it, but they don't want to put effort in. Like so many locals.
Like I generally remember turning around to like I started it with Tiana and at first like obviously.
Just that you've got a supportive girl as well, mate.
Yeah. Like,
oh my god, that is what I need.
There were some things in there. She was like, "Why are you doing that? Why are you recording this? Why are you putting this clip in?" I was like,
"Good and bad, you know."
Yeah, I was like, "It's my first vlog, my first video. I'm gonna look back at it and be like, look, I've gone from this, I've gone from that. If I ever do make it big or whatever, but." It's what I wanted to put in. I didn't want to do what every other person is like. I wanted to do my own thing. And I've never really seen a boxer vlog his fights or training camps and blah, blah, blah. Obviously, you get people, they do their documentaries. But that's like a bloody ITV boxing or some crap like that. So I thought, stuff it. I've made it to the Western County finals.
Do it.
Let's do it.
Smash it, mate.
I
watched that back yesterday, actually, I think.
Bang. Oh, what? Which one?
The one where you filmed it like that way. I remember I told you about that.
Oh, yeah. That was literally like the first thing you said. You're like, you done it portrait, and I was like, shit.
That's
like, the whole weekend's just gone.
Oh, well. Alright, what were we talking about? Oh, my type. So, the girls that I've spoken to recently, the one girl was like white. Like, white girl. But... like usually I'd probably go for like light skin, like a bit darker than me, kind of like girls. So like mixed race.
Like
I would go.
a light skinned.
Yeah,
kind of thing.
black parent, white parent.
Mm.
That's like the usual. But I wouldn't even mind dating somebody darker than that, mate.
Yeah.
But I genuinely wouldn't. Like, not like this is
Basically, there's not
pretty
like,
privileged kind of thing. Like,
yeah.
people say like, oh, girls that are lighter skinned but are still got African like descent in them, that have got a better chance of like making it look prettier and all that kind of stuff. But I do feel bad for like the darker girls and that they get labelled like a lot of them are so pale and buff, but like they don't get labelled as that like model / like look. But yeah, like honestly,
you're quite a
weird.
good open-minded kid. By the sound of things.
It sounds really weird.
You're not one of these that are like, they got to be a twig, they've got to have this, they've got to have that. So basically they're naming a Barbie, basically. And then when they do get, they're like, oh, she's so fake. And it's like, that's what you wanted. That's what you got.
Yeah. I just think like light skinned girls are like so wavy. Like just everything about them just like, oh mate. Anyway, okay. There was someone else I thought about the other day, it's bizarre. I've like never had a serious thing, but I thought like, I want like a little girl. Like that sounds really mad, eh? Like I was watching this thing.
Like a kid.
Yeah. Is that okay?
Yeah.
Is that outside?
He's over.
Like,
yeah, he'd be out there.
So like we'll wrap this up in a minute because we've been going on for ages in case he's got a football match to go to.
So I've got 2 minutes.
Alright, cool. So like, yeah, like I just thought like taking care and like just like the responsibilities and like them calling you like
Dad and
yeah, it's just beautiful, mate. Like it's just really like, and like Shiro's Story, the documentary that I was, well not documentary, what am I saying? I've been doing this for too long. I've just forgotten what I'm chatting now. The series that I watched, which is like part music video, it's like this guy who like has a kid. I don't want to say too much, but he finds out it's not his kid, and then like it just escalates even more mad.
yeah.
But like just the way that he treated her, even though it wasn't his daughter,
Yeah.
it was just like the best thing. And I just thought like, wouldn't it be so cool? Like obviously I'm like nowhere near ready. I wouldn't even say you are, mate, but
Yeah.
just the idea of it and the content.
Yeah, the idea of it's obviously amazing. Having your own little mini me running around with Jesus Christ, having a mini me run around would be a nightmare. But
that's why I'd rather have a girl than a boy.
Yeah, but then it, like when she gets to that age, it's gonna be
the
like
the thoughts, mate.
literally
if you
watch
dudes.
Bad Boys with Will Smith and his partner, where the guy comes to pick his daughter up, that's 100% gonna be me. I'm gonna be if you don't bring her back, I'm out there.
That's why
I'm coming. But if I can give you any advice, mate, don't do what I did and get yourself in a lot of debt, because if you do get a girl and the bombshell does get dropped, you don't want to be in debt.
Supportive, good style, light skin preferably, and yeah, imagine like a I'm not even gonna. But
So
yeah,
basically,
it's a bit hard in Guernsey, isn't it?
Yeah.
There's not many.
No, like you said. So basically,
It's quite a white place.
if you fit his criteria, slide in the DMs, give it a little try. You never know.
And yeah, alright, I think we're going to wrap this up, mate. I know obviously it wasn't like an interview, I wanted it to be more like mates chatting. And if I spoke to a few comments, are going to be like, you spoke too much, George. I don't care, yeah? Casey's going to be on again. He can say whatever he wants, whenever he wants, yeah? Just be on, mate.
No worries, bro. It's been good.
wrap
It's been
this
a massive experience, because obviously I've never done one. I've watched numerous amounts of ones.
It's a bit mad.
So now I can be like,
Different experience.
It's a very, well, like you say, just clicking the record button and then just trying to chat and keep it going and going is obviously the hardest thing. Obviously with a vlog it's like you chop it up. Like obviously you're going to chop this up and all that.
Yeah, a little bit, but
you can chop up so much with a vlog.
It's like an ongoing conversation.
Yeah.
So, thank you very much. Obviously subscribe if you haven't already. Hit the like button. Go and check out Casey's stuff. All in the description. And yeah, we're back soon. Back on the YouTube go. It feels good, mate. It feels good. Alright, catch you in a bit. See you in my next video. Peace.
Teeth.
Oh,
Ding. Be like, I don't know.
no, don't do that. Mate, I've already like demonetized. I'm not even monetized.
Nah, you won't get demonetized for that, don't worry.
No, we'll just look at the camera and just do what you want.
I don't know.
I'll find something.
Oh, man.
Right guys, that's going to be the end of today's video. If you've actually made it this far, I know it's about 29-30 minutes long video, probably my longest one I've done so far other than my streams that I do. But like I always say guys, give it a thumbs up, subscribe to the channel, and hopefully you'll be seeing me in another podcast later on in the year, or maybe next year, with George, as I found me and him bounced off each other with questions and everything, and to be honest we had to kind of rush it due to me having a football game. So I'd like to proper sit down with him, do another one, get loads more questions from you guys, and basically not have to sit there and rush, so we can get more in depth on everything and we're not constantly looking at the clock and being chased for time. So nevertheless, give it a thumbs up, let's try and get this 10-15 likes, subscribe to the channel, share it if you could, it would mean the absolute world. George's channel will be down in the description, go over and give him some love and watch the full video, as his is absolutely epic as shit. And I'll see you guys in the next one.